Welcome to part 2 of this two-part overview of listing groups. In this video we will go over navigation and basic functionality of the listing groups page. To begin, we first need to open the listing groups page. To do this, from the home page under the My Work tab, click Listing Groups. This brings you to the listing groups page. Section 1, the listing groups pane. On the left side of the page, you will see the Listing Groups pane. The Listing Groups pane lists all of your listing groups. Using the Listing Groups pane, you can open any listing group by clicking on that listing group. You can also add a new folder by right-clicking on the Listing Groups home item and selecting New Folder. To move one of your listing groups into a folder, simply drag and drop that listing group onto the folder. The Listing Group pane also allows you to rename and delete any of your listing groups by right-clicking on a listing group and selecting either Rename or Delete. You can also delete a listing group by dragging and dropping the listing group onto the trash can icon at the bottom of the Listing Groups pane. The Listing Groups pane also allows you to see what listing groups you have shared with which clients by clicking on the plus sign next to Shared with Clients and then clicking on the plus sign next to a particular client's name. Section 2, the Recent Updates / Listing Group pane. On the right side of the screen you will see another information pane. When you first navigate to the Listing Groups page, this pane displays any recent updates and upcoming open houses for the listings in your listing groups. When you select a particular listing group from the Listing Groups pane on the left, the information and details of that listing group will open and display in the right information pane instead of the upcoming open houses or recent updates information. You can always return to the upcoming open houses and recent updates information by selecting the Listing Groups home item from the Listing Groups pane. To open a particular listing group, simply click on the name of that listing group in the Listing Groups pane. When you open a specific listing group, you will see the name of that listing group on the right-hand side of the screen, right above a medium-sized toolbar. Section 3, the Listing Group toolbar. The Listing Group toolbar features a number of buttons, each with a unique function. The Find More button allows you to run a search and find more listings to add to this listing group. The Share With button allows you to manage which clients the listing group is currently shared with. The Email button allows you to email all the listings in the listing group. The Print button allows you to print the listings in the listing group. When printing, you can also choose to print your comments and/or your private notes for the listings in the listing group. The Export button allows you to export the listings in the listing group. For more information on exporting, please see the Export Feature Overview video. The Edit button allows you to edit the name and description of the listing group. The View drop-down at the end of the toolbar allows you to select which view you would like to view the listing group with. We will talk more about views in just a moment. Below the toolbar you will see the Listing Group Information pane and the Listing Group Statistics pane. The Listing Group Information pane shows a variety of information on the current listing group, including name, description, who the group is shared with, creation date, and last modified date. The Listing Group Statistics pane shows a variety of statistics generated from the current listing group, including number of listings, average and median price, price per square foot, and average days on market for both available and sold listings. Below these two panes is the Group Listings pane. This pane includes sorting criteria at the top, followed by all of the listings in the group below. Using the sorting criteria, the listings within a listing group can be sorted based on 3 ordered criteria. What appears below the sorting options depends on which view is currently selected. Section 4, Listing Group Views. When you first open a listing group, the list view is displayed by default. In the list view, you will see extensive information for each listing in the listing group, including the primary photo and your notes and comments. On the left side of each listing, you will see 4 small icons. The pencil icon allows you to edit your comments and notes for that listing. The magnifying glass icon allows you to preview that listing. The picture icon allows you to preview the photos for that listing. Finally, the trash can icon allows you to remove that listing from the listing group. 2 other special features of the list view are the enhanced status and price change icons. By holding your mouse over either, a pop-up will appear displaying either the status history or the price change history, including % discount from the original price for that listing. The grid view presents a more concise list of the listings in the listing group. The grid view also allows you to custom sort the listings by dragging and dropping them into the desired order. While in grid view, you can also delete any of the listings in the listing group by dragging and dropping a listing onto the trash can icon in the listing groups pane. The map view displays all the listings in the listing group on a map ordered according to the sort criteria. Clicking on any of the pins on the map will display the price and address of that listing. That concludes this overview of listing groups. You should now be familiar with navigation and the basic functionality of the listing groups page. To learn how to do more with listing groups, please see the how-to video, Creating a Listing Group.